Good evening, and welcome to the latest edition of Randall Reads. Tonight I'd like to talk about Germinal by Emile Zola. This is a very important book about the exploitation of the working class. The main character, Etienne Lantier, is a migrant worker who's wandering around northern France trying to find some casual employment. Eventually he stumbles upon a pretty grim coal mining community. He befriends a veteran miner who finds him some work and some lodgings. And from pretty early on in the book, the descriptions of the living and working conditions are absolutely horrendous. Not only is it back-breaking work, up at first light, but it's also an incredibly dangerous environment, with regular mine shaft collapses which kill or maim the workers. In one particularly poignant scene, right at the start of the book, Etienne, on his approach to the coal mining community, comes across lots of young couples frolicking in the long grass. And he realises with depressing clarity that these young people are going to beget another generation of coal miner to be exploited by the coal mine owners and their shareholders. As the book progresses, conditions just get worse and worse and worse, to the point where the coal miners are on the point of going on strike. In the periphery of the action is a Russian emigre, an anarchist, who's slyly planting the seeds of revolt in the minds of the coal miners. And when they do eventually go on the strike, it sort of precipitates a riot of such violence that all the landowners and the moneyed people in the area really do meet a very terrible end. Towards the climax of the book, the Russian emigre and anarchist plans to sabotage the mine, only he ends up putting the lives of his fellow coal mine workers, the people he've worked side by side with, more risk than the people he planned to hurt, i.e. the people who own the mine. This book was written in 1885, and to think that there are people around the world still living in these appalling conditions and being exploited in the same way is a really sort of sad indictment of progress and the sort of state we are, as a society. So that is my recommendation for this week. It's called Germinal by Emile Zola, and it really is an incredibly important book, and I urge you all to try and give it a read. Thank you for listening. Good evening.